Good afternoon. So, I'm really happy to be here as a keynote speaker. I'm Shigeru Kobayashi from Japan. I will talk about in the title, Open Innovation by Makers. I will talk about opportunities and challenges of open innovation. In the era of the maker movement. First, let me briefly introduce myself. I have been teaching at Iamas. It's a very small graduate school. I think it's the smallest graduate school in Japan. Because we have only about 40 students. It's really small. And started as dedicated to new media art. Roughly 20 years ago. And now, we have divergent in students and teachers, design, art, engineering, and social communication. And I design open source hardware products such as Arduino Fio. In this case, I collaborated with SparkFun Electronics from United States. And I wrote books on prototyping. That's one of them. It's a prototyping lab. Usually, from the ideas to product, there are many steps. Maybe first, there are many ideas, and then try to compose a concept over ideas, and then turn concept into a concept model, or concept prototype. But there are many gaps, and we have many things to do. That's why I introduced ways of prototyping to develop ideas. And finally show the way to as concept prototype. And I'm really happy to be here. Since my book is also available in Korea. And I have been the director of Ogaki Minimaker Fair since 2010. We held 3 times, and actually we hold another one in the end of this year in Ogaki. Ogaki is a local town. It's roughly 400 kilometers from Tokyo. And the population is quite small in comparison to Seoul here. Last time, 2014, we welcomed about 120 maker teams. That means maybe 300 people in total. And we welcomed over 5,500 visitors. It's say mini, but actually it's not mini. And I really feel that the maker movement in Japan is really hot. Even if very small town like us. We held the conference like MakerCon. MakerCon stands for the Maker Conference. It's the similar like the conference today. We held in Tokyo last year. And last November, the title was Open Innovation by Makers. We invited progressive makers from nationwide to talk about the projects. And we discussed opportunities they found. And we also discussed about challenges they faced. Through the discussion, I found 4 patterns of open innovation in the context of maker movement. The first one is open API. It's the open factory to makers by adding an API. API is a term, the technical term in software. But anyway, that means making a factory accessible from outside. For example, a printing company in Japan started a web service called Happy Fabric. With Happy Fabric, makers can order unique fabric starting from 1 meter. 1 meter. Instead of 100 meter or 1,000 meter, they can start order from 1 meter. And moreover, creators can register new patents. So and once the fabric has been sold, so the creators get royalty from the system. So I think that's a really good ecosystem for makers and creators, and of course for the factory. So, and the second pattern is open classroom. So that means creates a maker space as a hub that is open internally and externally. So in the picture, so from here, so that's for internally, so and that's for externally. So, for example, a company, electric appliance company, Sony, created, a maker space called Sony Creative Lounge. So, in the first floor of their headquarters in Tokyo. So, and an internal acceleration program utilizes that space for prototyping. So, and as well as they utilize the space to develop communities around Sony. So that's very new. So and works very fine. So it's an organic activity in Japan. So, and the third one is open channel. So that means open a channel to let makers manufacture diversified products at low volume. For instance, Japanese branch of Makunika Group, started a new brand, Impression, in 2014. So Impression is, day-to-day basis technical support for makers. So in addition, so they designed evaluation kits for latest sensors and actuators and processors. So, and the makers can order from one. So instead of 1,000 or instead of 1 million, so they can start order from one. So, and they can develop ideas, utilizing the latest, sensors, actuators, and processors. So, and moreover, so the company also provide a support program for makers for manufacturing. So that's through an association, how can I say, alliance with our electrical appliance manufacturer in Japan. So, and the last one is open source. So that means make hardware open source to realize things that cannot be accomplished by a company alone. For instance, a hardware startup in Japan, IXI, open sourced their product to the market. So, and so maybe roughly 1 year ago. So, and they, developed a community. So, and they get developer from worldwide. So, I'll talk about the, the case with more details. So, in the beginning, so I want to introduce the situation. So, used to be conventional myoelectric hands, so are extremely expensive. So and it's really difficult to repair. So and also really difficult to customize. So and there are few design options. So if you go to shop of mobile accessories, so there are plenty of accessories for smartphone or tablets. So you can choose from various options. So but if you lose your right hand by an accident, so and you wanna have a myoelectric hand, so you have to pay a lot of money. So and maybe you have no options. So this is only one. So you should use this. So this is a situation of myoelectric hands. So that's why, XC is a hardware startup, so it's trying to deploy accessible myoelectric hands. So their revised manufacturing process. In this case, they utilize 3D printing or maybe personal 3D printers. So and also easy to exchange parts. So in this case, so they utilize open source hardware such as Arduino. So and also they enable personalized design. So, and IXI raised funds with crowdfunding and so on. So, and is developing with partner users. So let me introduce the team. So from left to right, Konishi-san. So the designer. So he is a chief creative officer of IXI. So and the middle person is Genta Kondo. So he is the CEO of the company. So and the right side person is Hiroshi Yamaura. So he is chief technical officer. So and he is a mechanical engineer. So and these three work. The three person worked for big companies like Sony, Panasonic. So and they started their own company. So roughly 2 years ago. So and they collaborate with partners. So he is Morikawa-san. So he lost his hand by an accident. So and he found the IXI so on the internet. So and he contacted IXI. So because the concept model created by IXI were really interesting. So and he wanna be an evangelist. So now so the team exhibited all over the world. So in this case, so they exhibited at South by Southwest. So it's a festival held in Austin, Texas last year. So and Morikawa-san demonstrated a concept model, concept prototype for audiences. So and get attention. So and they already got design prize like James Dyson Award already. So however, so there are issues. For instance, so how might a small team like IXI with limited resources be able to handle various demands and facilitate the research, development, and deployment of the prosthetic hands? For instance, the model is designed for a right hand of adults. So, but okay, so I have a daughter. So she lost left hand by an accident. So, and she is 7 years old. So please help me. So, if that kind of request, so it's okay if the team is really big. So if they are a part of the big company. So, but only 3 people cannot, handle those kind of requests from all over the world. So that's why so they had an idea of open sourcing as a strategy. So but at the time, so how might we choose a proper license for design data? So keep rights as a company. So while promoting effective utilization. So that's also really difficult. So because regarding software, so there are maybe over 40 popular licenses. So and choose a proper license is really difficult. So, and the third one, so how might we avoid risks for intellectual properties and product liabilities, so while promoting effective utilization of the data? So regarding intellectual properties, so there are discussion in the context of open innovation or open source. So, but we should think about product liabilities. So for instance, so one day a person found the data on the internet, okay, download and print with a 3D printer. So in the beginning, so he was happy. So, but one day, so he wanted to control a brake of a bike, so but it didn't work. So and he got an accident. Okay, so this is the failure of the data. So I will sue your company. So this is a worst scenario. So and I hope that this will not happen. So but since hardware is hardware, so that's why we should think about product reliability in addition to intellectual property. So that's the hard part of hardware. So that's why so we, our research team, so supported the IXI team so regarding our open source strategy. So they open sourced on May 25th last year. So it was maybe roughly 1 year ago. So and data consisting of 5 parts: 3D data, hand substrate data, sensor substrate data, battery substrate data. So and sketch for Arduino. So and they chose, Creative Commons license for the 3D data and other PCB data part. So and regarding Arduino Sketch, so since it's a software, so they chose GPL version 3 license. So and we supported license selection, so and creation of terms of use in collaboration with the lawyer. So the lawyer is typically lawyer is how can I say conservative. So, but he is a really creative lawyer. So, and he has been working for Creative Commons Japan project, or maybe roughly over 10 years. So that's why we collaborate and supported the creation of terms of use. And so this is a Hackberry. So Hackberry is designed to be open source. So from the beginning, so and can be printed with a personal 3D printer at your home. So and that doesn't use super expensive components. So you can purchase components from the street. So and you maybe in combination with Arduino, so you can make your own prosthetic hand. So the right side is a screenshot of their website. So at the top, so there are three shots of Hackberry. So and the other part is text. So it's actually the terms of use and English and Japanese. So that's why very long. So, but this is how they communicate with potential users or potential contributors. So they say, so we designed this product, so and we open sourced, and we want to collaborate with you. So and so we want to propose rules like this. So if you agree on rules, please join us and develop together. So here is an abstract of the terms of use. So first, to promote research, development, and spread of artificial arms by releasing the source codes, data, etc. So and licensing the company's invention to all users. So that part explains why and how we open source. So and also say so shall not use for the following purposes. So military purpose, purpose violating public order or morality. So purpose of defamation or discreditation. So and lastly, so they clarify rights of the company for the trademark and the patent. So and so far, so they open sourced roughly 1 year ago. So and after that, so many people contributing to the project. So and in total, 13 countries. So and so looks like that picture. So it's really good. So even if in just 1 year. So and I want to show 2 videos. So first one is from here, Korea. So, and since the video is online, so if you want to see details, maybe you can see later on. So, but I want to show the full video, so because that's really interesting. So the project is really interesting. So they replicated the original from the original one. So and they added functions. So and they expanded functions. So that's not possible with the the XC team alone. So it's a really nice collaboration over the internet. So and I want to show another video. So it's from Portland.
Troubles won't stay.
Poland. I'm sorry.
They all just went away. And I ask cause I'm not sure. Do problems even happen anymore? And I found a place where my mistakes are. I put a life there, a sacrifice for the good I could get in. Where I should there, a piece of advice that makes me happy, alright. My issues are done, my things all just get along, and they live in harmony, as if only to please me, and it feels right when it's late at night and my mind goes to sleep.
So it's a project by an engineer and his friends. So he wanna give prosthetic hand to his friends, the kids. So that original one is designed for adults for and right hand. So but they created a smaller version for left hand. So and fabricated with a 3D printer. So and they redesigned the mechanics inside.
Because I'm happy, because I'm happy, because I'm happy, alright.
So if you are interested in the project, maybe search V Bionic. So as we have seen, so there are possibilities and issues. So firstly, so the company promoted around the globe and is developing a community by open sourcing. So which was not possible through startup alone. So they made it. So, however, has yet to establish a sustainable business model. So, utilizing open sourcing. So, because the market of prosthetic hand is really small. So, and just open sourcing is not so good that they have to find a business model. So, they are in the process of making a business model. So, but. Anyway, so things like this was not possible in the 20th century. So because there were no internet, so no personal 3D printers, and no mature open source community. So, but we have democratized technologies such as internet and sensors, actuators, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, and so on. So now we can utilize and communicate and collaborate over the internet. So on the globe. So I really feel that we are living in the 21st century. So and this is a really good example. So and I want to introduce the second example. So it's a project. So Core Booster project. So it's an open innovation project. So as I mentioned before, so I'm from Japan. So but I am basically working in Gifu Prefecture. It's the middle of Japan. So and it's nearby Nagoya. So and there are many industries from traditional industries to recent contemporary industries such as automobiles or automotive. So and there are traditional things like paper making and so on. So I want to show an example of an industry. it's masu, so it's the bezel for sake. So and has maybe about 1,300 years old industry. So and from the beginning, so the masu has been utilized as the measurement wood measurement tool. So and recently, maybe roughly these 50, 60 years ago, so they started using masu as a bezel for sake. So and anyhow, masu has been the symbol of good luck. So and roughly 80% of masu are fabricated in our local town. So and he is the boss of the company. So and in addition to industries, so manufacturing industries, so the prefecture so wanted to have another industry. So it's an information technology industry. So it was a Software Japan project. So in 1996, it was 20 years ago. So they started the project. So and as a part of the project, so they created our school. So to let educate engineers for the industry. So and they expanded the center, accumulation center. So and expanded the school too. So and yes. So and in addition to the accumulation project, so they also educate the people. For instance, as a part of smartphone project, so they educated roughly 300 developers of smartphone applications. So, and as a part of the project, we held the core booster project. So let me introduce the pipeline. So from in the beginning, so local government asked, So okay, so and then facilitator team called for participants from local industries and information industries. So and they composed teams. And then, asks people, the teams to observe people, and then create a concept, and turn into concept into a concept prototype. So and then, once finished, go to the next stage. So firstly, defining customers to exhibit concept prototypes to various exhibitions, and then once they decided, okay, let's productize this. Go to the next stage. It's a design for manufacturing. So it's transform prototype into a product. And then, they utilize crowdfunding. So because try something new is really difficult. So because there are risks. And can't estimate the the result from the past experiences. So that's why we utilize crowdfunding. So and if we get a good number of customers through crowdfunding. So let's put into the market. So in this case, roughly 3 years ago, we held briefing sessions. And we introduced status of IoT, and rules and pipeline of the project. And we call for participants. In those roles like project manager, software hardware developer, manufacturer, designers, and consumer. And then we got interviewed. It's collected information about their skills, roles, and stakes. Okay. And we composed a team. Composed 5 teams out of 26 people. And in the beginning of the program, we introduced a digital fabrication workshop. With a laser cut and 3D printers. And then, we held an idea sketching session. It's let people draw sketches of ideas freely. It's a good way to build a solid team of people. Because they come from different backgrounds, different institute. That's why we held the session. And we also introduced in a workshop So we introduced the way for prototyping. So prototyping hardware used to be really expensive, but now so we can utilize many tools. So that's why we introduced tools. So and we also let people to the way to observe people. So if you wanna try new field, maybe go to the field and observe people to get ideas, or maybe to understand how people communicate, how people work, or how people feel. So and this is an example of the team. So he is the head of the mass factory. He is an artisan as well as a business person. So and she is a project manager of an IT service company. So and he is a photographer, so of a printing company. So and other two were the member of the team. Okay, so and in the beginning of the next stage, so a member of the team got an idea of twinkling masu. So but at the time, so nobody of the team understands the possibility. So that's why he sketched his idea in hardware. So he put bulbs into a masu. So and he presented to the team. So and the other team members, oh, might be interesting. Let's try to develop that idea. So and then, so yes, they tried various ways to make it shine and sense. So and created the concept of the hikari masu. So the masu twinkling when tilted. So will add color. So in the drinking experience of sake. So and once they defined the concept, so designed the structure, so to embed electric components in masu. So and they designed the circuit board so quickly by deriving from Arduino. So and they also manufactured a shading plate with a 3D printer. So it's just a very small, tiny, portable printer. So and they realized the concept prototype. So in just 3 months from the very beginning. So let's see the video. So and they exhibited various exhibitions, and they felt that there will be customers. So that's why they started design for manufacturing. So first, so there are many issues. For instance, so they have to change the structure, or they eliminated the parting line. For instance, so they are the parting line. So and they had to find the material or find a way to eliminate the parting line. So and they also established a way to manufacture the shading plate. So and they found a manufacturing partner for the electric circuit board. It took roughly 1 year. So for the first concept prototype, so they made it within a few months. So but after that, so they took roughly 1.5 years so to make this for the product. But anyway, so they finished. So and they tried crowdfunding. So it was roughly 1 year ago. So the service was Makuake. So Makuake is something like Kickstarter in Japan. So and they promoted with a video. it was really, difficult to, get attention because it was really new. So in the end, so we realized, and we got enough funding from, backers. So and they shipped to the market. So since so this is a very small step. So but I feel that those guys will try again for the next projects and maybe try again for the next project. So and we'll get good success. So so educating innovators, the big issues in the country like Korea and Japan. So I believe that the process is not possible through the lectures. So I think those processes should be in the real experiences. So and this is the really good opportunity for those guys to do something new, creating a new product, creating a new service, and creating a new domain in the real environment. So and if we repeat that process, so maybe the number of innovators will raise. So and after that, so maybe so local people also help. So and if that, so maybe from outside, so creative people will join. So and then so we'll be successors. So and we'll help anybody that follow the process. So and by repeating that process, so the creative and sustainable local society will be realized, I think. So this is the end of my talk. So and as we have seen so far, so I believe that open source hardware, and digital fabrication, and makers are keys of the open innovation. So in the era of the maker movement. So thank you very much for listening. 감사합니다.